Hello Internet, and welcome to another Pokemon Showdown video. This time with two of the top UK Pokemon trainers, battlers, whatever you want to call them. I've got Ben Kyriakou here. Hello Ben.
Hello.
And I've got SirSmoke, the Edge, Steve Edgson.
Hello Internet.
Hello Steve. And we are going to do some games on Showdown, so let's have a look. Oh, straight into a game this time. So, what have we got this time? Waiting for it to load. Showdown's been lagging a bit recently. Okay, so we've got something, fairly standard, I suppose. Milotic, interesting now with competitive. Gengar, interesting with Icy Wind, although he has got Cresselia there as well. He's got quite a few sort of speed control options. I mean, he can Icy Wind with Milotic, he can Tail Wind with Zapdos as well.
And they can trick him obviously with the crest as well if he
Yes.
so wishes.
Yes, indeed.
I
So,
suppose more importantly he can get rid of Trick Room.
pardon?
I said he can undo Trick Room, more importantly.
He could do if he wanted to, yes. But for this battle, what do we think he's going to lead? I think Gengar is pretty nasty against me, actually. So, I've got a few options.
I think the Thunderous will be important in this game.
Do you think?
Yeah,
You know, I've been using Thunderous less and less recently.
to be honest, I thought it was generally average in 2013 and less than average now. I'm a little bit weird in that respect, just because I tend to think that some of the most used ones are just
Yeah.
average.
Yeah, it's interesting, because I didn't even use Thunderous straight away when I was making this team, did I? I had Rotom Wash.
Yeah, right and wash.
But the thing with Thunderous is it's fast and it just puts pressure on straight away, and that's what this team's all about, really.
Wasn't that back in the day when you used to have Sunny Day Rotom Wash for rain?
That is indeed, yes. That's correct.
Good times, good times.
Yeah, that was good, actually. That was good, because the that Rotom was one speed point faster than Cresselia, so I could use Sunny Day and use Hidden Power Fire rather, to one-shot a Scizor.
Yeah.
I was just thinking back to that the other day, which is quite cool, really. But anyway, back to the game. So, see, the problem is if I lead with Lipid and Breloom, what he's going to be doing with his Cresselia. Zapdos is a bit of a pain as well. It's one of them kind of bulky Pokemon that just never tend to go away.
I mean, you could go where Lipard, Breloom, and just spore some stuff.
Yeah, that is generally what tends to happen.
Or maybe Lipard Terrakion could be quite strong.
Maybe. I'm thinking if he leads with his Landorus there, I'm going to go with Lipid Breloom, and I'm going to have Thunderous as well, and I'm going to have... See, I kind of want Scizor, but I kind of want Terrakion as well.
If I was him, I'd probably lead
I'm going to go with
Landorus and
Terrakion.
Gengar.
What, and Gengar?
Landorus and Gengar is probably what I would lead if I was him.
Well, there's the Gengar. And here's the Zapdos, and I'm gonna do a bit of a sneaky turn one. I'm gonna expect he wants to target down this Breloom, so I'm just gonna protect it and break the Gengar's sash.
Play.
So yeah, there's a taunt. There's the sash, and there's a heat wave. Okay, so that kind of worked out. But now, so I kind of want to bring Terrakion in.
Could you encore him into Taunt and then bring Terrakion in?
I could do. Yeah, I think that seems like a reasonable play. Heatwave won't do anything here. You might change his moves up, maybe, but I mean, if he tail wins, then I can encore him. I've got options. So okay, so he's protecting that. So either way, if I targeted the Gengar, then nothing would have happened. Obviously, he knows that I can Encore him now, so he's probably going to switch his Gengar out. I mean, you would expect. So I'm actually going to.
You could foul play that slot.
I could.
Landorus or Kanga or something like that that's coming in.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I instinctively went to just sort of swagger the Zapdos, because like a swagger and a Rock Slide will stop it moving. But if he does bring Landorus in, then a foul play is not going to appreciate. So I will foul play that slot. It probably will be Landorus or Kangaskhan that come. Well, maybe not Kangaskhan. It probably will be Landorus that comes in there. And I'm going to substitute here.
Makes sense.
The Zapdos might be scared into protecting or switching out. Yeah, there is a Landorus. If he tries to Thunder Wave me, then obviously it's not going to do anything as well. Yeah, there's the Tailwind. So I can Encore the Tailwind. He's probably going to U-turn on the Lipid though. But if he does, whatever he brings in is going to take a Rock Slide, and I'll get a free switch next turn into either my Thundurus or Breloom.
Yeah, well, because he's in Rock Slide range and you're behind the sub, so it's just important to stop the Zapdos slot.
Yeah. If he does Earthquake, then my Terrakion's still free to do its business.
And what kind of business would that be?
Sliding them rocks.
Oh yeah.
Flinching them Pokemon. That's what Terrakion does.
Combating closely.
Yes, indeed. Oh, okay, so maybe he made a bit of an over prediction there. He didn't switch his Zapdos out, but if this Rock Slide hits the Landorus, then I should be in a somewhat better position. You see quite a lot of Key Berry Zapdos these days.
I'd say I've not seen many Zapdos at all, and I'm not sure if it's surprising or not. But I think I've seen some Keyberry Milotic, and they're quite annoying.
Yeah. Lyo likes to use that.
Yeah, it's just it's one of those very irritating things.
So the Protect on Terrakion is obvious, like Thunder Wave Protect is like the obvious play. So he might fake out the Thundurus here. I'm inclined to think that is what he's going to do, but the timer's running out, so I'm just going to make the obvious move. I'm expecting a fake out on Thundurus and him to switch Zapdos out, but he's not.
No, he's overpredicted it.
Okay.
Ah, the fabled Drain Punch Kanga.
Interesting. So this Zapdos is useless now. Terrakion isn't -1, so a close combat won't knock the Kangaskhan out, but with a Thunderbolt it should do. He didn't use Fake Out, so this Kangaskhan might have Protect.
It used Drain Punch, so it's probably more bulky and that sort of thing, rather than the offensive Fake Out.
Oh well, he's just forfeited. So I think I would have had that game won. The Kangaskhan was probably going down that turn. The Zapdos and the Tailwind would have ended the next turn, I think. With the Gengar at 1 HP, my Brillium still with its sash intact, I think I'd have had that game. So you can go get a game now, Ben, if you want.
Alright, I'm off to get a game.
Off to see the wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Indeed.
Is that how it goes?
Let us know when you're in one. So Steve, are you there?
I am.
What do you think, looking at my team then? Because you weren't really around in 13, but my team is basically taken from VGC 13, and you didn't really get to see Lipid and Breloom and Thundurus and things like that last year. So what do you think when you see my team?
I think a lot of people have stolen your team and started using it this year. And I've seen my fair share of Lipard and Breloom now. And mass. It's very control heavy.
It is, yes. I think Ben might have dropped out of the call, but maybe
Yeah,
he's back
so
now.
I am.
You're back, Ben.
I am indeed.
Perfect. Okay, so you know, Jellicent, it's one of them Pokemon that you don't really see too much now, but I think could still be, you know, a very good Pokemon.
It is. I do quite like using it. But it's one of those weird ones that you either take and it's fantastic, or you don't take and you don't really regret it at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite versatile, really.
And it's got it's bulky enough to survive in this metagame, which is one of the biggest things that a lot of the 13 Pokemon struggle with.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, when you see one, I mean, I suppose most people probably expect either Scald or Water Spout, Ice Beam or Shadow Ball, Trick Room, Recover, Protect, you know, them kind of moves. But it can, I'm pretty sure it can actually Dazzling Gleam, it can Giga Drain, so, you know, if a Gastrodon thinks it's safe coming in, then it might not be. It can, you know, can Will-O-Wisp obviously as well. It can do a good number of things. Without the Water Gem, maybe the Water Spout isn't so good now these days.
Yeah, I don't really. I think that was the amount of Sucker Punch that there is in this metagame is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I think that it's not really that good. I've also been testing this Mold Breaker Excadrill, which seems to have turned out quite nicely this turn.
Yeah, Excadrill is nice.
Just because I think, back in 14, Rotom started running a bit faster, but now in 15, I think they'll probably be getting a little bit slower, so you can actually, do something. So I'm just going to go right ahead and Thunderbolt and Earthquake just to see what I can do.
Okay, have you got Life Orb or Focus Sash?
Life Orb. It's quite a bulky and slightly slower set.
Okay.
It was like I was considering using this one for I think it was Worlds 13 instead of my Hydreigon, but then there was that long plane journey where we were looking at teams and things and decided against it because it's not very good.
Yes. Oh, I thought you was going to Thunderbolt the Bishop.
No, just making sure that the thing does the thing. Really.
Yeah, an Earthquake wouldn't knock the Rotom out, I suppose, but yeah, I tend to expect a Focus Sash on Bishop these days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either Sash or Life Orb.
Yeah, I tend to find more Life Orb out there, really. That tends to be the one that people actually use.
At least from that knockoff damage, you know he can survive a Sucker Punch.
Yeah, but I don't particularly want to risk it at this stage.
Yeah.
It's quite obvious he's going to do a bit of sucker punching.
It's funny that, isn't it? That turn just kind of showed our different sort of thought processes. Because, like, I would have Thunderbolted the Rotom and Earthquaked and probably knocked both of his out. But you've brought Conkeldurr in now, which has got a good matchup against both of these, and you can control the game in a different kind of way.
Yeah, and this Conkeldurr's got Iron Fist and Lumberry, so I'm not too worried about any form of Will-O-Wisp. I'm not worried about the Bishop at all. That's probably going to be forced out. So I'm going to.
Yeah, you have to imagine like a Landorus is probably going to come in there.
Yeah, and I'm not sure which slot it is and whether to kind of. I've got Salamence in the back, so I'm not sure whether I want to just. I might just Thunderbolt the Bishop and Drain Punch the Rotom.
Okay.
Because if he does bring in Landy, then.
Do you have Hidden Power Ice?
I don't know. Otherwise, I would be definitely Hidden Power Icing.
Oh, that's Aegislash.
A paralysed one.
And a paralysed Conkeldurr as well. At least it was. Okay.
Okay, that's gone okay. I'm definitely going to swagger the Aegislash now.
Yes, Swagger is nice.
And I'm going to protect the Conk from a Will-O-Wisp, and it just gives me a little bit more time to do some stuff.
Yes. Yeah, I did. After Worlds, I took Swagger off my Lipard and I played around with Trick and everything, as you probably remember.
Yeah, the eject button.
Yeah, that worked out really nice. I liked that, but I'm not using that now because Swagger is nice on things like Aegislash, but also you can't trick Megas, so the whole strategy kind of fails a bit.
Trick was always like it's such an interesting. There's so many interesting I quite like the Trick flame orbs and things like that for 100% turns.
Yeah, for the people that don't know what I'm on about, I basically Lipard had an eject button. I'd trick it onto something, preferably something that was asleep, and then I'd be able to bullet punch or Mach punch it to switch it out, and then it would reset its sleep turns as it was in 5th generation. And it was just such an evil strategy that it suited me quite nicely, really. So,
Nefarious, some might say.
So Lipard can trick now. It is a move tutor move, but with the Megas, I don't think it's, and the sleep turns not resetting now. It's not really something that I'd use.
No, that was a horrible thing about sleep back in 13 is that when they switched out, the counter got reset, and then you just if someone was asleep, you just had to wait.
Yeah.
And you could really take advantage of it.
Yes, indeed.
Ah, there's the.
It's my favourite bird.
So I'm tempted just to Thunderbolt it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, it might outspeed and Flare Blitz your Thunderous.
Yeah, I'm going to bring in my own Salamence now to intimidate it and hopefully sort of deal with both.
Yeah, I'd imagine it would survive an overheat if it does have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, it's just protecting.
Yeah.
And
he has been able to move.
Through the confusion and the paralysis. Not hitting himself.
A very bizarre team selection from him. The fact that he opted not to go with Kanga or Landy. Which I can't really see why he would.
I'm just realising, for someone who said that Thunderous is very average, you're using one yourself here?
Yeah, I actually built this team to annoy Steve. So it's filled with Swagger and Thunderwave and random stuff. And it works well with Mold Breaker Excadrill, so I mean I don't particularly like it, but if it works, it works. It's generally how I tend to think about it.
Yep. Aegislash gonna try and move again. And it does. Your Salamence might be in Brave Bird range now.
Yeah, it probably is. But that's okay. I'm kind of... I don't know if I expect it to have that Aegislash to have Wide Guard or not.
Yes, that's what I was just wondering.
I'll keep the Conkeldurr.
I mean, no matter what the Talonflame does here, it kills itself, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It does have a life orb, so probably, yeah.
I'm just going to double attack and let the Aegislash and let the Talonflame kill itself. Because at the end of the turn, as long as I have something that can hit Aegislash, which is both of these things, and Conkeldurr, I can deal with the Bisharp as well.
Yes, yeah, I've got Conkeldurr in the back. So he didn't bring his Kangaskhan.
I'm surprised about the... maybe he was thinking more along the lines that I'd set up the Trick Room.
Maybe. Jellicent is a bit of a deterrent for Kangaskhan.
There you go.
Yeah, so I think you're in a obviously a very good position now. You've got Mach Punch, she's got Sucker Punch, which she is kind of forced to do on your Salamence, I guess.
Yeah, it's whether he does it this turn or he protects on.
Yes, that is the issue.
So since he just protected the Aegislash, I'm going to protect my Salamence and Ice Punch his Aegislash. Just to do a little bit more damage.
Okay. Is it necessary? I'm sure a Fire Blast would knock it out anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think I might be able to bring it in range of a Hyper Voice or Draco Meteor.
Okay.
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
Well, something a bit more accurate.
Yeah, I don't expect my... Oh, I did go for it straight away. Oh, I'm faster. Oh yeah, of course, I'm paralysed. Okay, so... Gonna go and Mach Punch and protect the Salamence again. Even though I've just protected.
Yeah, you probably will Sucker Punch again. Oh, well, you're successful. Yeah. He kind of had to, really.
Yeah. He could have gone for the Protect and another Shadow Ball.
So I'm actually gonna Drain Punch and no, I'm just gonna Ice Punch and which one's more powerful? Hyper Voice. Let's go for Hyper Voice.
Yeah, I think the combination should with a single target Hyper Voice. I mean,
Yeah,
this is just to avoid the 15% chance of missing.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. The Protect, because he failed his last Protect.
Yes, yeah.
So I might. I don't really want to, because if I miss, then I've just lost.
Well, how much did the last Hyper Voice do? It did about 37%, so I think you should be fine. Definitely. Yeah, with an Ice Punch. Yeah. Alright. Excellent. Well, Steve, your turn.
Alright, let's look for a battle.
You got quite a high ranking on here, Ben.
Yeah, I've actually done some games.
Yeah.
Are you searching at the moment, Steve?
Yeah, I just got into one.
Dunkelblau. Mr. Dark Blue, which, again, I mean, it's quite interesting, this. Blaziken in rain.
Yeah, it's a very unusual team. Yeah, I've not seen much like this.
Yeah, this is, it kind of reminds me of the Genie Brothers team from 13, but with no Scizor or Breloom. Like Rain with Thunderous and Hydreigon.
Yeah, and the arbitrary grass type, which was, I think, Breloom back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so, Steve, what you're using, is this a team that you used on Battlespot, Ben?
Me?
Yeah, there's a Kangaskhan and Gengar and Sylveon.
Right. It's mine is Landy, Cress, and Heatran.
Ah, right. I see.
Ben stealing my teams again. God almighty.
Only because they're so good. God.
So I'm interested to see what this Blaziken can do, if anything.
I'm really not too sure what it'd lead. I
Yeah,
can't
it's got
imagine
options.
go Rain here. I'd imagine it's probably going to be Thunderous, Blaziken or Metagross. But it'll be fine. We'll lead the same crap that we always do.
What's that, Gengar and Kangaskhan?
Thunderous and Kangaskhan.
Ah, fair enough. Well, it's a solid lead. The two oppressive Pokemon.
And probably take Gengar in the back and Sylveon, just to annoy Ben.
Of course.
And how's it feel using Sylveon this year?
I actually, I really rarely take it. I only take it when my opponent is really bad and lets such terrible Pokemon walk all over them.
That's why you've been using it against me all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Has your Kangaskhan got Fake Out?
It does indeed. It is as generic it comes. But I'm imagining he's probably going to fake out the Thunderous.
Yeah.
Expecting me to fake out his Thunderous. So I'm just going to double edge the Ludicolo.
Okay.
And
You don't care about getting a paralysed Kangaskhan?
To be honest with you, it's probably to my advantage to just get rid of the Ludicolo.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'll switch into Sylveon on the off chance that he tries to double up on the Thundurus with a Taunt.
Yeah, he's either going to use Fake Out or Taunt on the Thunderous.
Yeah.
He could, I mean, feasibly, he could switch into the Politoed. It could have something like Eject Button or something random like that.
Yeah. Oh, Rain
Well,
Dance.
Rain Dance. Which-
Manual Rain.
I actually thought he could do, but I thought, no, don't say that live on stream. That'd be too stupid.
Well, it would have been.
It was always
You can see it quite often.
always a thorn in my side that Thunderous couldn't learn Sunny Day. that Rotom with Sunny Day. I love that Rotom. That got me top 8 in Milan, that Rotom. Won me that DS that's sitting in front of me, that Rotom.
Was that still Sunny Day Rotom when you did that?
Yeah, I used that Rotom in Milan. I think I used Thunderous definitely in Manchester. I can't remember if I used it in Bochum or not. I think I did use Thunderous in Bochum.
Well, Bochum was the last one, wasn't it? And you definitely used it there.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure about... I'm not... The middle one, whichever one that one was.
Yeah, that was UK. I can't remember.
Yeah, I imagine he's probably going to try to paralyze the Kangaskhan and either protect and Mega the Metagross or just Ironhead the Sylveon. So we go for the...
That Metagross isn't really threatened by anything.
Well, Kangaskhan has Sucker Punch.
It can.
And if I was to do that once, that puts it pretty much ruined. But I'll make the safe play, switch the Kangaskhan for Thunderous and protect the Sylveon.
It's a helping hand on that.
It has.
Yeah, I was just wondering about a Helping Hand Sucker Punch. Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're obviously free to Thunder Wave if you think you're faster than his potential taunt.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately very unlikely. I'm running no speed. Because I don't know why. The bulk sake. So
Thunderous is one of them Pokemon like Rotom were last year, where people just sort of perpetually try and outspeed each other, adding a little bit of extra investment.
And then there's people that just don't care and just attack things.
Yeah, I'm just going to T-Bolt the Metagross because once I do that, it should be close to sucker range.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not used to using Kangaskhan really against Metagross. I'm imagining a Sucker Punch would probably do about 50-55%.
Yeah, and it'd be a HH Thunderbolt, so I'm resigned to losing the Sylveon this turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
A meteor.
Map as well.
Yeah, that's definitely in Sucker Punch range now. So he probably is going to try and paralyze your Kangaskhan now.
To be honest with you, I think it's just one of those things that I have
It'll be
to...
worth just out.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
not, just on the off chance that he goes for another Meteor Mash, because I'd imagine from this range the Meteor Mash would kill.
On Kangaskhan?
Yeah.
Is it not bulky?
It's fairly bulky, but it's a Metagross, Tough Claws, Meteor Mash. He seems just to be pressing buttons, so I'd imagine it's going to be 252.
Okay.
So whilst it's the wrong play, it's probably the safer play just to let it get paralysed in the off chance that he goes for the attack.
I mean, I think the Sucker Punch is quite obvious, so he might just protect his Metagross here. Yeah. In return for... Well, he's attacking. Okay. Yeah, no Thunder Wave there. So have we seen his last Pokemon?
No, we've not.
So it's either...
His team, I'm imagining it's probably going to be...
Well, he used Rain Dance, so he probably doesn't have Politoed.
No.
It's probably going to be the Hydreigon.
I'm hoping it's Blaziken.
We all are, to be honest.
You're timing out, Steve. Make some moves. Oh, it is Blaziken. Nice one.
Ooh,
Well, this is going to get interesting now then.
it should be fine.
Okay, so how many ways can you say taunt, high jump, kick?
One. Wait, two. You can go for high jump kick taunt.
What have you got as your last Pokemon, Steve?
Gengar. So I'm just Thunderbolting the Thunderous and switching to Gengar. I'm hoping I am, because Showdown is lagging very hard.
Yeah, it is. I can see it coming in. Okay, so he's not taunting you.
But hang on, you won that.
Yeah, your Thunderous went before his, just then.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it
Yeah,
must 0-0.
And it did on turn 4 as well.
it might be worth trying the Thunder Wave on the. Because I don't think he'll taunt now.
Oh.
Oh, no, I've timed out, I believe.
Well, that was quite unfortunate.
Oh. Oh.
Alright, well, fair enough. Well, we'll say that you won that game. But I think we've been going for just over half an hour now, so we'll cut this video right here, and then we'll maybe get into some more games in a moment. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this. Would you two like to say goodbye?
No.
See you
Steve?
next time.
Alright, bye for now. Thanks for watching, guys.
Later.